Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hello. Today I am with my group members will present about effective learning strategies to help students improve their academic performance. Before we go directly to the point, let's get know first what exactly effective learning strategies is. Learning strategies are defined as operation and action that students use to optimize obtaining and storing information and course concept. The ultimate goal of these strategies is that students can extract this information from memory to apply it. Learning strategies also refer to a set of skills that students use to understand different tasks. This way, they can choose and effectively employ the appropriate technique to accomplish tasks or meet specific learning goals. These strategies range from technique for improved memory to a better studying or test-taking strategies. In the education field, every educator believes that every student is different. It is readily observable that different students have a different learning style. Some students retain information easily when it is presented to them via a format or method that may confound one of their classmates. So, to help educators develop strategies for reaching every student in their classroom effectively, educational schools have devised various typologies of different learning styles. VARK, a commonly cited schema for assessing student learning preference, and the 4 different learning styles that comprise it, and discover some strategies for engaging with each type of learner. Now, I will pass to my member Adli to continue this session by explaining the effective learning strategies to help students improve their academic performance by using VARK model.
Thank you, Nazira, for such a great introduction. Yes, I agree with your statement, which is VARK model can effectively helping students to improve their academic performance. The alphabet R from VARK model stands for read and write, and this is what I will present to you soon. Through read and write method, students can learning one new power word every day, which can greatly benefit students. Before I go into why learning one new power word is important to students, let me define what power words means. The term power words refers to abstract vocabulary words that can be used to think about and discuss content. Words such as heartwarming, life-changing, meticulous are examples of power words. For instance, students can expand their vocabulary while also improving their reading, speaking, listening, and writing skills when they use these power words. According to a group of well-known researchers, they say vocabulary is a strong indicator of student success. This proves that students who continue to learn new words, they will achieve success. In addition, power words can also help students think and express themselves more clearly, as well as significantly improve their academic performance. Thus, learning one new power word every day is very effective to students. As a quote has said, you won't be able to expand your vocabulary if you never encounter new words. Next, I will pass to Atika.
Thank you, Adli. I agree with your opinion. But for me, I have my own opinion. From the VARK learning strategies, I will explain about V teaching model, which is stand for visual. Visual learning is part of effective learning in helping students improving their academic performance. In my view, learning from image can improve student long-term memory. Visual learning has proven as an effective process because it provides long retention power. It is said that video and image are directly processed by long-term memory, which is visual learning method increase retention by 29% until 42%. It help in processing information primarily and help to store information for a long period of time. Topic that is explained with visual, image and graph enable students to remember the whole concept even after a long period of time, as it was captured in memory through image. Visual learning is effective to be applied by students as it focuses on learning through visual, such as video, image, different colors of theme, charts, and maps. According to well-known researcher and education consultant, words are processed by our short-term memory where we can only retain about 7 bits of information, while image, on the other hand, go directly into long-term memory where they are edible, attached. Adding to this, a study found that learners can retain 10 until 20% of information when written or spoken, whereas 65% of visual is retained. Thus, this statement showed that learning from image can improve student long-term memory. That's all from me. I will pass the presentation to Firdaus.
Thank you, Adli and Atika, for your great points. But I also have my own point on this topic. The third strategy from the VARK learning strategies to help students improve their academic performance is auditory learning from the A of VARK teaching model. In my opinion, auditory learning is mostly effective by listening to the subjects to process the information. Before I explain why auditory learning is important, let me share with you what is auditory learning. Auditory learning is where individuals learn most efficiently through hearing and listening. Auditory learners retain information better when it is delivered through sound or speech rather than the written form. For example, auditory learners can process the information by hearing it, so using repetition and repeating the spoken information on the subjects, it can help them to comprehend it the best. So, they can store the information by the way it sounds, and they will have an easier time to understand it. From a famous author's point of view, he argued that auditory learners, like listening and speaking, have compatible personalities, and also they have difficulty to following written information. It can be proven from the characteristic of the auditory learners. They have good public speaking abilities, able to explain ideas well, and also they are able to understand and process the changes in tone. Thus, auditory learning by listening to the subjects to process the information is one of the effective ways for the students to improve their academic performance. Like the quote, it is the province of knowledge to speak, and it is the privilege of wisdom to listen.
Using the VARK teaching model can help you understand what kind of learner your students are, and you can gain a better perspective on how to implement this learning style into your lesson plan and study technique. The term learning style speaks to the understanding that every student learns differently. In other words, everyone different. Therefore, educators need to understand the difference in their student learning style to help students improve their academic performance.